Welcome back to the Universal, let me get that out the way. Universal Thought Podcast, where we share universal thoughts, ideas, concepts, philosophies, and we have all around great conversation with some great people. And today, we got a few more guests. We're down here at
3616 Austin P.
36. Hey, that's my co-host. He remember these addresses. I can't remember nothing. You hear me? 3616 is autism awareness situation going on down here. They got some good food, good company, good energy, and they're gonna share their experiences on what they understand and what they know about autism. So I'm gonna start with you. What's your name?
Aaron.
Aaron. Nice to meet you, Aaron.
Nice to meet you.
Miss, and what's your name?
Dynasty.
Dynasty. Okay. I'm going to ask you again because I'm very terrible with names. So let me ask you first. We're down here at the autism awareness event. What do people need to be aware about when it comes to autism? Something that they may not understand about it.
That it's not taboo and it's nothing to be afraid of. You know, back in the day, it was something that was not talked about. If you had a child that was severely on the spectrum, you kind of kept them in the back room, or you didn't bring them outside because you felt like what people would say or things of that sort. But it's nothing to be afraid of. It's just a different way of thinking, and we need to not shy away from those children, but learn to accept them because they have a lot to offer.
Right, and you have a 6-year-old.
A 6-year-old, Tyson. Yes.
So describe his autism. How he acts.
Yes, so he's what they call in textbook terms like level 3 autistic, which is one of the highest levels, where they're nonverbal.
He's nonverbal.
Nonverbal, where they don't have words, they don't have ways to communicate, but we're learning to teach him ways to communicate, such as with PEX board, pictures, or even sign language, things of that sort. But by the grace of God, we've taught him words and just kept being repetitive. If we're pointing at a picture, we associate the word with the picture. So he doesn't just learn how to go and point to things, but he learns how to mimic the word while he's looking at it. So it was once upon a time we had a book full of pictures that he would go to and point what he wanted. Now he can try to say those things, and we're seeing less of the book and more of his voice come out.
So it is helping.
It is helping.
Awesome. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Does it? Do you feel like as he's growing, is it changing?
Yes,
it is.
It is. So, and that's a good question. So sometimes the psychiatrist will tell you that he may remain 18 months or 2 years old. But the more practice the parent puts in, the caregiver, the child can help speed that up and fill in those gaps. So right now where he is 6, his mind is not mentally 18 months. He's probably 4. So we're learning words now. We're saying more words. He can spell his name. So it's just, we're here 6, but we filled in the gap so much now. We just look to fill in the gap the rest of the way as well.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. And Dynasty, you have a son?
I have a son.
How old is your son?
He's 5.
He's 5. Okay.
Yes.
And he has autism.
He has autism. Yes.
So, in your opinion, what would you say to people that don't necessarily understand what autism is?
What I would say is, it's okay to be alert. You know, you don't have to be ashamed that you have a child with autism. And if you have questions, and if you have questions, it's not always someone's there, but it's. I can put it like this. Years ago, you know, autism wasn't just, we didn't always see it was a lot of kids that had autism. This is just came about, like it's a lot of children and boys that have autism. So now that this world we living in, it's a lot of kids that with autism. So anywhere you go, it's 90% of chance is a woman standing next to you with a child with autism. So, and there's a lot of women that don't have resources, don't know, you know, the stipulation of autism, and I just want to let them know it's a lot of people that can give you resources. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be ashamed of your child. And this guy's what to say.
And your son, he's 5, right?
He's 5.
How does explain his behavior?
My baby, his name is Davari. He's nonverbal as well. He's in pre-K, and I honestly can say that he's not severe at all. but he do have his wants and his needs. Like I said, he's nonverbal, so he cannot tell you what he wants. He'll grab my arm and take me to the things he want, or if he want to go outside, he's gonna drag me outside, hold my arm. But I can say he does attend Getway Elementary, and 2026 is the most I have ever heard my baby talk, even though he's nonverbal. I want to give a big shout out to his teacher, Miss Renee. She's at Getway Elementary, and she has been working with Devara tremendously. Like I said, this is the most I have ever heard Devara talk. This is my first year of hearing him saying "mama" for the first time. This is my first year hearing him saying "dada" for the first time. This is my first year hearing him saying his alphabets for the first time.
Sound like he been fooling y'all. Man, I ain't got autism. I really been playing with y'all for real.
And it's not clear, but it's me being around my baby for so long, I can understand what he's saying. So, like I said, I want to give a huge shout out to his teacher for thank you for working with him. You know, thank you for not giving up on him. And like I said, I don't have a lot of support. I got his grandmother as well. She's here. His dad is no longer in his life. His dad passed away 2 years ago. So he don't have that father figure, but he do have women that's, you know, still here supporting him. And I got, you know, his grandma working with me. So
right.
it's my baby.
I want to ask you ladies, and we've been asking everybody that came on the panel, do you think, I'm just asking y'all opinion, do you think that is it hereditary, or do you think it was induced, or like, how do you think it came about, like, from each one of you kids?
Well, I want to say, I'm going to say why I used to think it was the food that, when I was pregnant with him, I used to think it was the food, something I ate, or something they got to do with whatever I did with my pregnancy, which, you know, food-wise, or, you know, because there's a lot of stuff they doing with the food now. But then I had second thoughts about that. Once I heard his grandma say, well, you know, his dad was kind of, you know, similar to like giving autistic
autistic behavior.
Well, back in the day we used to call it special, you know. So
So, and then I thought about it, like, okay, when I was with his dad, he did kind of give those vibes. But so it's like I honestly can't tell, but what I do know is that I had a son before him. I have an 8-year-old. He's not autistic. Then I have a 3-month-old baby. Well, I really can't tell now, but it's like when I had Devara, he's the only one. So I honestly can't tell if it's, you know, coming from, you know, genetics, or if it was something from the food. Because I did, when I first got him tested, they said, you know, he had lead poison. So I'm thinking it came from lead poison. So it's, I don't know.
What about you, Miss?
So we, just speaking very freely, at first we thought it was the vaccines that the babies get.
You got it.
When they're first born. We thought that maybe that caused autism. And then we thought it was COVID, you know, because we all went through that around the time he was born. He was born in 2019. So that's around the time COVID was just coming around. And we were thinking that maybe it was that, because I had it, you know, but we just didn't know if it was COVID, if it were the vaccines. And then we thought maybe it's hereditary. So we have a pediatrician now she's more knowledgeable of autism, and she actually gave us some genetic testing. We haven't took it yet, but it's a little kit where everyone in the house takes it, and they swab you, and they just see if there are any genetic traits in the children in the home and in the parents in the home, because they're trying to collect data just to see why is there 1 in every 4 children that have autism now. And you might have some children these days with autism that don't show the big definite signs, but they may have a very mild autism where you just like, well, why you can't focus? Why you can't pay attention? And you don't know that they're struggling to process their thoughts.
I believe my grandchild has it, and my child doesn't want to accept it. But I keep preaching this, and I'm going to get something happen. I just want to get diagnosed. Because I think once you know it, it gives you a better perspective of how you conduct yourself with it. Because you can't just be beating them or whatever. Because artistic kids they learn things different.
Right.
Yes, they do.
So you can't approach them the same way. So
When y'all found out, how did you take it when you found out that you actually had autism?
So that's a good question. My husband, he said that he knew something was off from when our son, he said when he would hold him as a baby, like hold him up, he was like he wouldn't make eye contact. But I was like, no, he's fine. But my husband was like, no, he's not making, something's off. He's not connecting. He's not making eye contact. And
I don't mean to cut you off. That's crazy because normally it would be the woman that would notice it, and he'll kind of dismiss it. That's crazy.
So he was keen in that area, and he kind of caught that. And so when we were about 18 months, everything was fine. But when we came to the point where he would start speaking, he wasn't speaking. So we went and was like, hey, something's going on. Can we just get him tested? And I had a doctor that did not want to label him too early because she said that they label our black children very early without giving them a chance at life. So she was like, let him see what he can do. Show us what he can do. And then when he gets around 3, we'll test him again. So when he was 3, we did, in fact, test him again and came to find out that his processing was different. He wasn't processing. So what they do is they watch them, they'll play with them. It's like play. And they're taking data while they're watching the child play. But they'll say things to the child and watch the child repeat back and see what the child can do versus what they can't do. And then they just collect data from that way. Like, where's the red block? Hand me the red block. Or put the red block in the box. Can you see? And if the child can't, of course they won't. But if the child can, or they put it in the wrong area where it takes them a delayed response, they're trained to know how to see how their child processes the instruction.
So they give y'all certain like activities, like what you say at home to do, or I think I had just had somebody. They said they do the what was that? The Picture Association.
Me, the picture book.
So 1 out of 5 or 1 out of 4?
1 out of 4 children have autism.
That's
a lot.
That's kind of weird to me.
Yes.
That's why I said this is new. Like
It is new.
this wasn't something when I was when I was in my teens or whatnot. This wasn't like
It wasn't even. It wasn't.
No.
We had some kids that was slow. Like we could tell some was. We could still communicate on a level that we can both understand. It was just the learning comprehension was a little bit slower. But a defect in a sense. It didn't look like this.
It didn't look like this.
It's not normal at all.
How? What about your family? You said do y'all get support from the family?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Me and my husband, we have great support, and we support each other too. We both have learned how to be advocates because that's one thing you have to do is sometimes the school system will be behind in advocating for what the parent is doing. You have to get the teachers on board. You have to call everybody to the round table and just kind of say, let's put in black and white what can happen for my child and what cannot, and what we will do as parents, how we will help you all. So we have support. We have a very strong family-based support. Our parents and our church family, to be honest, they're very, very, very supportful. They have now helped us adopt more of a knowledge to make sure that the saints, the church community, is aware of what autism looks like and to not shy it away from the church. I don't know if you all have followed on social media where this one lady, she went to church and she came out of church sobbing because her son had an autistic episode in the church. And they asked her to leave.
Wow.
They asked her to leave. Her name's Camille Joy on Facebook. She's an advocate for autism. And they asked her to leave. And she was in the parking lot just sobbing because she said she wanted to worship. And she felt she was kicked out. Her and her child was shunned because he was different. And so our church where we belong at the ADT Apostolic Deliverance Temple, our pastor, Apostle Mabel, he is allowing us to show our church family what this looks like so that everyone is aware of it.
Exactly.
And so now we have adopted did like Autism Awareness Month and Special Needs Month, and we're even in the process of trying to create a space for them to go to if they have to step out of the sanctuary for a second. We'll be able to get a little place together for them to go and just calm down, get what they need, and come back, because you definitely don't want your child to feel like they're not in place.
Is your pastor here?
In Memphis? He's not here today.
Oh man, I want to shake his hand.
He's at 1369 Norris Road.
Look, she shouted about it.
I sure did.
Norris Road.
What about you, Miss Destiny? You guys support?
Yes. Well, I don't have much support. I don't have a huge family. But like I mentioned, Devara's grandmother, that young lady is one Bacon, and she's a huge support system with Devara, because I can take the doctor appointments, she can take my doctor appointments. She just everything to me. But speaking on, how did I found out that Devara had autism? He was 3 months. I remember my baby. He was saying, he'd say, bye-bye, Devara, bye-bye. He'd raise his hand and say, bye-bye, and he was repeating us.
It's 3 months.
At 3 months.
Okay.
So it's like all that shut down. Like we stopped seeing him doing the hand gesture, saying bye-bye. We stopped hearing him, saying, trying to, let me take the baby. It might have 3 months. It might was 5 months. But everything has stopped. And what I also noticed that it can be a lot of kids around him. And 10 kids will be over there, and Devara will be over here, and he's distancing himself from the kids. He wasn't interacting with the children. I'm like, okay, what's wrong with my baby?
So you saw a big change.
I seen a big change.
So he was normal for the first few months.
He was normal. Like everything just shut down. He stopped talking. He stopped doing hand gestures and everything.
Was there did you have any maybe doctor visits, and did he get any shots or anything that you?
He did get all the shots. He did.
In that between time.
Yeah.
See, that's
and it was like, okay, so I like, I kind of say, well, maybe let me get him to get one, let him grow up some more, maybe, everything come back.
Right.
And he got one. It's like, okay, he's not doing the typical thing that a 1-year-old would do. He's not playing, he's not talking, he's not putting his arm through his shirt on his own. It was a lot of stuff that he wasn't doing. He wasn't, it was hard for me to potty train him and all those type of things. So I'm like, okay, something's going on. So I did reach out with his doctor, refer me to Vanderbilt, and we did an in-home testing for him. And like she said, it was a virtual video. She called his name, looking at him, writing notes down, and she told me that day, he's diagnosed with autism. And I was like, wow.
How does insurance work with that? Like, once they find out your son, your kid has autism, where does the help come from? Like, is they covered under insurance?
That's a very good question. So, yes and no. And I'm just going to be honest. So, if you make a certain amount of money, they will not help you with your child. And we were faced with that. They told us that we made too much money. So we couldn't get the resources. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's other children out here, if they mama lying, that's her business. But that's getting other resources. And I'm talking about she getting everything for her child. But someone that makes a certain income, they will refuse your child help. So we have to find now grants. We had to find, so my son went to a speech therapy appointment, and I met another lady there who was white. And I asked her, I said, how do you pay for this? We just talking in the waiting room. I said, how do you pay for these therapies every week? Because they're building up. Because if you don't know, they have to get occupational therapy, they have to get speech therapy, and sometimes they have to get behavioral therapy.
Every week.
Sometimes it depends on what the assessment feels that the child needs. So you have all these therapies that you have to attend weekly, sometimes bi-weekly or monthly. The insurance will not cover. And the help is offered for people who can't afford to pay out of pocket. So I just asked her, I said, I see you a lot. How do you pay for this? She was like, oh, you don't have Katie Beckett? And I'm like, no, what's that? She was like, it's a grant that's given to families where they make over the threshold and you have a child with a mental disability. And I'm like, no, I've never heard of it. To to make a long story short, they keep that information away from us.
They do.
They don't tell us about it. So we have to go and find other people that are willing to share that with us. I've also learned that there is, outside of Katie Beckett, which is a $10,000 grant that you get every year for your child with autism. As long as the pediatrician signs and shows where the child has autism, and they can have an interview with your child and see that, they will grant your child that grant money. This is not insurance, okay? It's just given to you. Then they also have other things, like if your child does at least 1 year in a public school system and it did not work for them, they will give you $25,000 to homeschool your child.
Wow.
So, but again, this information is not given to us. So we're in our communities with our children, and we're not privy on any of this information.
We're not.
And we're struggling, and because we're already trying to rob Peter to pay Paul, and then we got this child with this disability. Can you imagine the overwhelmed sense that a parent has, a father that's looking to provide, a mother that wants to nurture, but then you got families over here that are racking up, and they're able to do for their children, and their children become doctors.
Yep.
And they go and do things because they're able to help reverse these things, but ours are not able to.
Exactly.
Did you know about these grants?
I did found out about the Katie Beckett grant, and that was through a white lady. I didn't hear nothing of. I didn't. It was through a white lady, and it was through, I think, on his ABA, somehow through ABA or one of his therapy people, and they told me about the Katie Beckett grant. And thank God that most of the Bari therapies are free. Cause like I say, he attends Shelby County School, so he does see. He gets speech in school, that's free. He gets occupation in school, that's free. So thank God for that. And I'm just going with the flow, with the rest.
Wow. So it's Katie Beckett.
Yes.
Shout out to Katie Beckett. If you have a child with special needs, autism, Katie Beckett.
It's on the Tennessee.gov
It is.
webpage.
Is there any other programs or any other companies that does the same thing?
Not as much as this one.
Yeah.
Not as like other ones kind of do things like with free iPad giveaways, or kind of like Angel Tree is something different where they give toys to them, but not where they will provide money where you can go and get those resources that your child needs. And so on the application, just to help another parent, if the pediatrician says what the child needs the funds for, then they can use that. If the pediatrician says it may be for pull-ups or milk or different therapies, as long as the pediatrician can spell out why this child needs $10,000 a year to help them, then the Tennessee, state of Tennessee will grant that.
And this is the reason why.
Go ahead.
This is the reason why we do the podcast, to put knowledge out there, because a lot of people probably gonna see this and didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So this is good. You know, and I always believe that knowledge is power. So, you know, with power we can do something. But if you don't know, you don't know.
Right. And everybody got their own perspective. Like y'all got first-hand experience dealing with. I salute y'all by being, single parents, if you are a single parent, and having a kid, if you have multiple kids and you have a kid with special needs. I know that probably takes a lot of your energy having to deal with that one child. How many kids do you have?
So I'm married, and we have three sons.
I'm not married, but I have 3 biological kids that's mine, and I have 3 siblings that's mine that I have custody of. So I have a total of 6 children in my house.
Okay.
And yeah.
Do any of your kids get jealous of the special attention that you have to give to one?
Yes, absolutely. I have an 8-year-old. He's a boy, and he's, like I say, he's not autistic. So Devari, he's a picky eater. The only thing he would eat is McDonald's. He would love a double cheeseburger.
Devari's the one with the autism.
Devari's the one with autism. So my 8-year-old always seeing me buying Devari McDonald's every day, Monday through Friday. My 8-year-old get mad. Mom, why he always get to get McDonald's? I have to explain to him, baby, Devari is a picky eater. He doesn't eat the things that you eat at home. You can go in the refrigerator and fix you some microwave dinner, pie or a hot pocket. Devari doesn't eat none of those things.
Right.
So this what he likes, so I have to give him that. and he fussed about it. He's angry that he can't get the McDonald's every day, that like the Vari. And no, I'm not gonna spend McDonald's on both y'all every day. Absolutely not. I'm just gonna buy that McDonald's for the Vari.
Right.
Because I don't want to spend the money on the McDonald's every day, because that $6 meal adds up. I can put that in my gas tank.
But McDonald's is like Disneyland.
Yeah, so he's get very upset and jealous about, not having McDonald's every day like the Bar.
What about yours?
So with my children, my oldest, he's not jealous. He wants to help us. So he's in our home with my husband. My husband plays a superior role in helping. There are times where he just sees that I need a break, and he'll say, okay, I got it. You go and do this. And he takes control of everything and just takes the load off from me. Coming home from work, tired, he won't even change out his clothes. Sometimes he'll say, let me just change. And he'll jump right into the chaos. So we've taught our oldest son to be a help. So he's almost like a third parent because he's so much older. So he'll come in and he'll help. And I think that now that he's older, he sees that his brother's different. So he'll hold his hand, he'll help him, he'll teach him how to speak. He'll mimic his chin, like touch it, and have my son mimic what he says. Now my little bitty one, who's 4, they're just 19 months apart. That's where the jealousy creeps in. Because the little one is like, Mommy, why does Tyson not talk to me? Or why does Tyson do this? Or we just have to say, this your brother, he loves you. And so what we have to do is we have to try to make it similar, but not the same. So we try to discipline Tyson, our autistic child, the same as the others. We try not to show any differences, but at the same time, because you still have to teach your autistic child that there are boundaries. There are certain, that's a no-no. No, we don't do that. No, we don't do that. So we try to do them all the same. But there are just a little bit, you just have to educate your children. This is your brother. We all take care of him. We pitch in and we all help him because he needs us. So that's how we teach our children about when they feel jealous. We let them know your brother's different, but we all help him. And this is what we do.
Because I can imagine if you got other kids and they wouldn't, by them not even understanding what autism is, all they see is how they're being treated differently.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I'll say this, my little one, he loves his brother so much. And to him, he doesn't, just like children don't see color, he doesn't see that his brother's different. They'll be like, Mommy, I think I want autism when I get older. Because he wants to be just like his brother. So that's just the pure love that they have for each other.
That's so sweet.
Now that is the cutest thing in the world.
Yeah.
But I think it is. I think autism is kind of like a superpower almost.
It is.
They see stuff we don't even see. Man.
Yes, and they are super smart.
Because they observe.
Yes.
They're not talking, they're looking.
They are looking.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
They don't spend more time talking, they're watching.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. Well, is it anything that y'all want to say to my audience as far as anything that you can say about awareness of autism?
I would want to say to other adults, do not be in denial.
Yes.
Do not let your child suffer in silence because you couldn't swallow your pride and get them what they needed. Because the longer you wait to get your child what they need, this is the longer this child is going without what they need.
Exactly.
Because you don't want to take that burden and take it on head on. And once you jump in there, you will find support. Just like all these ladies in here.
Yes.
We all came together off a Facebook post.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
And we came together to celebrate each other. Because when we leave out of here, we deal with the autism.
Yes.
But when we come in here, it's about us. We all have familiarities. So you'll find your community.
You will. Awesome.
Do you ladies got any, Facebook that people may heard your story or heard your story and want to reach out to you and just talk to you? If you do, put it out there.
Yeah, I do talk to a friend of mine regarding her child with autism, because she always comes to me with questions, stuff like that. But I do want to announce we are having another autism sneaker ball coming up April 25th. I have planned that event.
Awesome. Okay.
If you're not following me on Facebook, my name is Dynasty Legends, and it is a reserved event. And I just want to, bring this awareness, to the people. And I know we did have
Where the event gonna be at?
the event is going to be at the Cunningham Community Center in Raleigh. I think it's behind the police precinct. And I just want to bring awareness, I want to bring the babies out again, bring the mothers out. And we're going to have a good time.
It's gonna be nice.
So they're bringing the kids too?
They bring the babies, yes.
Okay.
They bring kids. And it is all ages of children or adults that's on the spectrum. And it's a free event.
Oh, okay.
Free event.
Awesome.
And shout out to Tierra Taylor because I did get that event from her.
Yeah, I
to
went
do
her
this
first one.
again.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
Man, this is actually powerful. I'm learning a lot of stuff about autism. You see it, but you don't understand it.
Exactly.
And so, somebody that's face to face with it every day, I can just imagine what you have to go through. But again, it's still a blessing. It's still a blessing. I appreciate y'all for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
And y'all will see this on Facebook and on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show.
Subscribe to the show,
Okay.
Universal Thought Podcast.
Yeah.
And y'all want to see yourself, you'll have it in a few days.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Thank ya.
listen, this is what I want y'all to do. Take one of these. Because also I'm the best credit repair person in the world, Fred,
Okay.
right? Text that number, text y'all names, and I'm gonna text y'all back with my Facebook, both of our Facebook pages, so y'all can see it when they upload on Facebook.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
I want you to love me.
Our city of Memphis has taken a public beating for months now.
And we're constantly going viral here in Memphis, but for all the wrong reasons.
From comments being made by LeBron James and other NBA players to Memphis politics and more.
And there are some real conversations to be had. It's time to hear about Memphis from Memphians.
Let's be clear, there is so much work to be done here in the M-Town.
So tune in as we tackle these conversations and settle the score on the Universal Thought Podcast.
Universal Thought Podcast.
Universal Thought Podcast.
All right. We're back with another episode of Universal Thought Podcast where we share universal thoughts, ideas, concepts, philosophies. We have all around great conversation with some great people. We're down here at
3616 Austin P.
I can't memorize nothing. We're down here at the Autism Awareness event, and we have another special guest. What's your name?
Torsha Jenkins.
Torsha Jenkins.
Yes.
Miss Jenkins. It's a pleasure to have you on the podcast.
Thank you.
Yes,
nice
ma'am.
to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too. So you have a grandson
I have a grandson
with autism.
with autism.
Okay. Tell people what they need to know or what they need to be aware of when it comes to autism, because a lot of people don't understand really what it is. So what would you say people need to know about autism?
Well, when I first found out about Davari, I was the one actually took the initiative to get him tested and everything. I started seeing signs. He went from verbal to nonverbal when he turned 2 years old. So I told his mom and dad, something's going on. So I started researching everything. I said, I think he has autism. So I took him to the doctor, filled out a questionnaire. I can say if they see a change in their child, when they start walking on their tiptoes and doing different things like that, this part of the spectrum as well. But I took him to the doctor, they got him tested, and they said he has autism.
He has autism. Wow. Can you? I know these headphones have a shortage. Can you hear? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
You can. Okay. Let's switch. I'll let you get these. Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Sorry about that.
Right, back to the base. Hold on.
There we go. Okay. You hearing that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's interesting. So when he started walking on his tiptoes, so was that the first sign?
Yes, it was one of the first signs.
Yeah.
And then he was verbal and went nonverbal. He used to say dad, bad. All of a sudden, he wouldn't say nothing.
Okay, you the second person that said that. How do you? So, in your opinion, do you think? Do you think that there could be a situation where people give these vaccinations to either women when they're pregnant or the baby after they get born that could possibly cause autism?
Well, I'm not sure if it's the vaccines or is it the food. It's something. Because he was born in 2020, and that era, I know before that era, there was some, it was like it's newer now, since 2020.
Right.
A lot of kids are autistic. So I'm not quite sure exactly where it's coming from.
Yeah, they're saying 1 out of 4 now.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's actually a lot. And we didn't even know what autism was growing up. It didn't exist. In my opinion.
How does it feel being a grandparent to an autistic child? I mean, not so much how it feel. Like, what's your experience as being a grandmother to them?
Well, I mean, I just took it on just like a normal thing. It hit us hard because we never had that in our family. But when it came to Davari and I just took it on. It's something just so dear and close to my heart when I found out that he had it.
Yeah.
And that's my son. That's my son's child. My son was killed in 2024, gun violence. So I stepped right in. I've been there from the beginning, but after that, it really took a deep toll. It was his only child.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, my condolences for that. Wow.
We actually had a podcast recently about gun violence. I got shot 4 times to myself, so by the grace of God, I'm still here. In fact, it happened in 97, but when I hear gun violence, like you just said, it makes my heart just even drop because it's out there. I really wish we could start loving each other and stop doing this.
Exactly. Show love and not war.
Yeah. Definitely.
Do you think one person? So you are who's your daughter?
That's
the baby's mother.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think it's possible that for one person to be able to handle a kid with autism, or do you think it needs to be like a community of people?
Yes, you have to have a community. You have to have a village.
Yeah.
You have to have a village. All the kids are not the same. It's levels to the spectrum. It's levels. They have behavior problems and different things like that. The Barbie, he hasn't got there. Praying that he don't, but I have worked in those type of environments. I used to work at youth villages around some kids that was on the spectrum and they have behavior issues and everything, and on medication for that. So we're different levels, and you need a village.
Yeah. So and I heard somebody else say, are there autistic children in youth villages?
Yes.
So do they tend to the condition of the child, or do they treat everybody the same?
No, they tend to the condition. They have different. They have nurses and everything around the clock for those kids. They have monitors at night for those children.
Okay.
Yeah. There's different levels for that.
Okay. All right. As a grandmother, how hands-on are you?
I'm very hands-on.
Really?
I'm very hands-on. I actually just did, after my son was killed, I came up with a nonprofit organization called the Be Ross Movement. And I'm doing right now Adopt a Classroom at Giveaway Elementary, where I'm giving back to 17 children that's in my grandson's classroom. We're giving them suitcases packed with everything that supports them and their parents. So I'm very hands-on.
Good, that's good. I love to hear that. Yes.
Man, I'm telling you.
As I was telling you earlier, I'm not sure. I think my grandchild has it, and I spoke to my child about getting them, diagnosed.
Yeah.
And to this day, people still feel like, I don't think, like I said, that's an embarrassment. It's not an embarrassment. It's just something that needs to be taken care of.
Exactly.
It's like health. As black people, we've been, especially black men, we don't really want to go see the doctor. No, you need to know.
Yes.
If I got something, don't tell me, so I can go and start conducting myself accordingly.
Yes.
That's how I'm trying to tell my child. So I'm going to get that to happen. It's going to have to be soon or later, especially after having this podcast. I'm going to have to get that looked at.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, some people take it as if it's an embarrassment, but sometimes they just don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, when you don't know, I'm gonna have a workshop after I do this Adopt a Classroom thing, because in my community, I come from North Memphis, and we don't have no resources for our children. They'll wait till the child get 5 years years old and try to see when you can start early, because you see the signs early.
Yes.
You know.
Yep.
What's weird to me is how they can be normal for maybe the first few years, and then all of a sudden you start seeing signs.
Yes.
That's what's weird to me.
That is crazy. I didn't know what was going on, but then I like to research. I research a lot.
Right.
And I was like, something ain't right. And it's way before Chat GPT and all that. I went on Google and I looked up some little signs and stuff. I said, he on the spectrum, something going on. So.
And we're talking about a drastic difference, like
yes, yes, the Bible was talking. Yes.
Now that's crazy.
And he was not walking on his tiptoes and everything either when he first started walking.
So walking normal, talking normal, and all of a sudden all that
All of a sudden.
Wow.
Now see, that's, I don't know, I'm sorry. I'm one of them people that be looking at things outside of what we think it is, like, well, you know, it's a condition. I don't know, man. It just I don't trust hospitals. I'm sorry to say that.
He's
I'm one of them people.
Yeah, so
you know,
he's obviously something behind something. So
and 1 out of 4, that's a lot actually. It's like if it was 4 children right here, one of them got autism.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah. But does it? Y'all don't have anybody else in your family that has autism?
No.
First one.
First child.
How did you start looking for help? Like, who did you go to first?
Well, first of all, I went to his doctor. Like I said, I'm a researcher at heart, so I found out about this Katie Beckett waiver program.
Yes.
They have a program for the kids. It's a wait list, but you can get on because I get my grandson through. They'll give you rewards and stuff to go to different places to get assistance and everything like that.
Okay.
But I just started researching and just getting out there trying to find things to help. We was taking him to this place called Team Autism of Memphis over there off of Poplar by Mercedes-Benz. His insurance paid for it, and we came out of pocket for some of the money. But we was trying to do everything that we could do to just get the help that we wanted, because you want a normal child. You don't think about not having a normal child when you're birthing a child.
Right.
You know, so it's different, but we working on it and we working through it and we doing it.
Yeah. Well, man, y'all doing a good job. Y'all really again, like hands-on, supporting each other and stuff like that. I love to see people that's dealing with the same thing. Maybe they can share different ideas, because I know some people don't know even where to get the help from.
They don't. I had one young lady reach out a few months ago, and she just wanted to know her baby, I think 2, and she said, I think my baby has autism. I was like, what the baby doing? And I print her out some paperwork and everything, trying to get her to go to see about your baby. Yeah, go see about your child. Something going on.
Definitely.
And they be afraid to let the child go to different daycares and things like that. You know, they keep them with them all the time. But you gotta get out here and get help for your child.
I got one more question for you. Do doctors foresee a child? Do they ever say, yeah, he will grow out of this, or there is a possibility that he could possibly be normal one day? Or do they say...
I'm going to tell you something. If Devari has a doctor that he's been going to since he was born, and he has these changes, you see these changes, but I had to bring this to you.
Right.
You know, something ain't right with that. You know, that you have to go to them and be like, my child may be on the spectrum.
Right.
You know, I don't really trust them like that. I'm just saying, being real and honest with you.
Especially if you have to go to it and bring it up, you know, you didn't see this, he been with you, so
If a child is birthed into this world, has a regular primary care physician, and this physician do not say anything watching this child grow to 2 years old, then you say something.
It's almost like saying you ain't doing your job or something, you know. So I get that,
And we all know what these doctors get paid to do and paid not to do and not to say. It's almost like nowadays you have a child, one of the first questions you need to ask, does he have autism?
Right.
Yeah, like you gotta ask that now.
Definitely.
I don't know if they'll tell you, but again, we say it all the time. I think autism is it's different. I don't look at it as a disorder, because they're, again, they observe everything, so they observe more than we do as normal people.
Yes.
So that makes you damn near smarter than normal people.
I'm telling you, the barber cannot. Well, he just started saying things now. He's opening up. His voice is trying to come through.
Right.
But they still have a mind. So you just can't treat them like they're, I'm gonna say this, mentally retarded, because you get some kids that they say that this mentally retarded, they can't do nothing for themselves. They call them that, you know. But they be in the tablets all day, you know, which is fine. But those kids are smart. They can learn. They can comprehend. But you just have to work with them.
Right. And they be going crazy with the tablet early.
They know how to do what we don't.
Mine is you something,
yeah, man. Wow. What's your name again? What's your name again?
Torsha.
Torsha. Okay. Yeah, I'm bad with names. I'm bad. Got a real bad memory. But I definitely appreciate you. You say you have a nonprofit. If you could, you know, give the people some information about that, where they can find you. If you have something coming up, you know, let them know.
Okay. My name is Torsha Jenkins. I birthed a nonprofit from the loss of my child. It's called the V. Ross Movement. His name was DeVito Ross, so I call it the V. Ross Movement. I come out of North Memphis, Hyde Park area. You can find me on Facebook at Torsha Marie. Right now I'm working on my website, but to be continued. I'm working in the community. I have a She Heals event that I have for women that come from trauma and everything like that. That's under the V. Ross Movement. And I'm actually right now doing the adopted classroom for Get Well Elementary for the autistic kids. So be looking out for the V. Ross Movement.
V. Ross Movement.
Awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
And keep in mind, we are plugged in with, we actually had damn near every single mayor candidate, judges, county clerks, and all of them have backgrounds with like, either it's like health or, you know, they have like very intricate backgrounds. But a lot of them are looking at either starting programs or are in the process of starting programs like this. So I want to plug you in with some people that could possibly take it to another level.
Look at God.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, this is what it's all about. Us helping each other.
Yes.
And this is what this platform is doing. So yeah, definitely.
Well, I appreciate y'all.
Not a problem.
For this day.
Yes.
I
And we
appreciate
thank
you too.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
It's been another episode. We'll see y'all on the next episode.
I want you to love me.
Our city of Memphis has taken a public beating for months now.
And we're constantly going viral here in Memphis, but for all the wrong reasons.
From comments being made by LeBron James and other NBA players to Memphis politics and more.
And there are some real conversations to be had. It's time to hear about Memphis from Memphians.
Let's be clear. There is so much work to be done here in the M-Town.
So tune in as we tackle these conversations and settle the score on the Universal Thought Podcast.
Universal Thought Podcast.
Universal Thought Podcast.
Welcome back to the Universal Thought Podcast, where we share universal thoughts, ideas, concepts, philosophies, and we have all around great conversation with some great people. Again, we're down here at
3616 Austin P.
He got the memory. I'm terrible with memorizing anything. I'm awful with it. We're down here at the Autism Awareness situation down here, and here's the lovely CEO of this situation that's going on right now, Miss Tara Taylor. How you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Good.
Welcome.
And what's your name?
My name's Naya. I was the MC, the host
Oh, okay.
of the evening. Yeah.
Great event. If y'all can hear me in the background, we just
Get out of here, Orange Mouth.
I'm following y'all the mindful spectrum.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna be more events with y'all.
Yes, ma'am. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed.
Be careful, Orange Mouth.
Yeah.
So Tara, so I've been knowing Tara, man, about 20 years, something like that.
Even our age, but yeah.
All right, a year.
Yes, it's been right. Yeah, we go way back.
We go way back, man. It's interesting to see people grow into who they, grow into their purpose, and this you throwing that's big, man. You're doing something for people for real.
Thank
for real.
you.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
And you also have a son, daughter.
Yes, my youngest son. So I'm a mom of 5 and a wife as well. Our youngest son, who's the baby of the family, Kal-El Jones, named after Superman. I don't know if you all.
Yes, Kal-El.
Yes. Look, I'm a big
fan.
Superman
Me too.
fan.
Me too,
And so my husband, he actually put the name on the birth certificate. I was like, oh, you did that for real, right? And so Kal-El, he is level 3 on the autism spectrum.
Okay.
He is nonverbal, but extremely bright, extremely intelligent. I mean, that boy can spell like 3rd grade level. Okay, I give him like spelling tests every single day. He's only in the 1st grade.
What's that word? Bestiality.
No, look. See, right. I don't know about it.
Bestiality.
Maybe I may be a little artistic because I don't like it.
Man.
Yeah.
No, man. You put in the Rubik's Cube in front of them, they'll get it right at the top, man.
Man, intelligent, bright. Okay.
So we have a different perspective. So you also have a child with autism?
No, I have no children, but I am an educator, so I work with kids that have autism. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So, real quick, let me ask you. So, do you deal with a lot of them, or do you have your?
I've dealt with a few of them. This is only my 2nd year teaching, so I've dealt with a couple of them, especially my 1st year is when I really started with working with autistic kids. I had about, I think it was 2 or 3 in my class last year that had them, and that's just really was like my first ever like dealing one-on-one with an autistic child, especially in the classroom, and seeing it firsthand on what they do, what they're capable of, and just because they're labeled with something doesn't mean that they can't do this or can't do that. They can do it 10 times faster than the normal student in my class. So it just takes them a while, and I just been working with them. Yeah.
Do you have to take like as a teacher? I know you come in just regular to your students, but do you have to take a special courses for teaching an autistic child? Or
we don't have to be certified in any type of thing for autistic kids or any child with a disability. But I currently go to Christian Brothers to get my master's and stuff in the licensure program for the teachers. And they have classes that they teach you about those types of things, like certain kids with disabilities and how to deal with them and what's their triggers and how to manage it, or how to give them different, lessons outside of what you usually teach to help them. So yeah, that's been very insightful going to Christian Brothers and getting that from those professors up there. So yeah,
absolutely. And I kind of want to piggyback on that too as well. We both work within the same school building. I'm a 3rd grade teacher as well. And so we work with children on the spectrum, teaching them, of course, just having my own at home, but it's a different perspective when it's not just my child but other children as well, because I get to see like what all they can do or what all they know as well. So yeah.
What school y'all teach at?
Oak Forest Elementary.
Oak Forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
You Terry, how old is your child?
He's 7.
He's 7. How early did you start noticing that he had autism?
Ooh. So I can honestly say, like, I don't know if I can say that I noticed it because I really had no clue what it was, what autism is, so it's like I wasn't able to look for those signs because I didn't know. However, we continue to go to those doctor's appointments because it's so important to be able to go to the appointments to where we're making sure that our children are hitting those milestones. And it just never dawned on me because he was doing everything. He was hitting his milestones, talking, saying mama, dad, eating, and then it's like one day everything just stopped.
Yeah.
You're the third person to say that.
Really? Yes. Like all those, like everything just stopped. And then from there, when we of course continue to go to the doctor and everything, they were like, we need to go ahead and get your child tested. He didn't get his official diagnosis until 3, I believe. But we continued like those interventions, early intervention with TEIS, which is a very good service in Tennessee. So my thing, I guess I would just say, like, if you feel like something is off about your child, y'all better like go get it looked at, get it tested, you know?
Yeah, because 1 out of 4 children with autism now is kind of weird to me.
And so let's ask the question we've been asking all day.
Yeah.
Do you think that this was either hereditary, out of your past, maybe your family, or do you think it was, I ain't gonna say induced, but do you think it's chemical, like you're having a child
vaccines or something like that at the hospital?
Like, what is your thoughts on? Do you think the autism came from?
Yeah, I don't know, because Khalil is my 5th baby, our 5th baby, right?
Yeah.
And he is the only one out of 5 kids who is on the spectrum.
Yeah.
No one else is like on the spectrum or anything like that. He's the only one that's nonverbal. So I mean, yeah, in my head, I mean, and I will say, I'm guilty. I'm guilty of feeling like I'm the reason for my baby's autism. Like, what is it in my pregnancy that I did not do, or what is it I did not take enough of? You know, am I the reason for his autism? You know, and I never thought about the genetics part of it. You know what I mean?
But you have 5 kids, right?
5.
So would you sit back and say, what did I do different? Like when my 4 of the kids, they were all the same. What did I do different in this pregnancy? That's how you kind of rationale that, right?
Right. And that's the thing. Like I drink Coca-Cola with them. You know, I love Coca-Cola. You know, because they say like your caffeine and things like that. I mean, everything I did, you know, about during pregnancy with them, I did the same thing with Kal-El. But it's just, I don't know. Maybe this is just like my purpose baby. You know what I mean? Like maybe he is my reason. Like he's my ministry of this. You know what I mean? And I'm being used in a way because of my baby that the Lord has given me and this amazing disability that it has to be able to bring more awareness, to advocate, and all those things like that as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I honestly feel like, I drink Coca-Cola, I drink my coffee and things like that. With the other 4s, I did with him.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Long as you don't hear saying, I drunk my Hennessy without no.
Oh my God.
Coca-Cola is just as bad. Stop drinking Coca-Cola.
I don't know. I took a little Tylenol.
Every now and again.
I think y'all had a meeting for y'all, because she just said something about Tylenol. Listen, I'm learning. So what's up with Tylenol? Tylenol is not bad. It's not good to take when you're pregnant.
But that's what I was told to take.
Yeah.
You know.
See, that might be the comment.
That's what I'm talking about.
Tylenol.
That's what
I'm serious.
Let me tell you something. If y'all doctors, I'm to go ahead and say it now. If y'all doctors is out here manipulating these kids and making them think it's them is the reason why they have autism, and it's really y'all at the hospital,
It's a conspiracy.
Shame on you.
It's a conspiracy. You believe in conspiracies. So
But you say your son is highly intelligent, so he's that one.
He's nonverbal, but he is super hyperlexic. Like he loves letters, he loves words, like he just loves numbers, and they consider that to be hyperlexic as well. So
I think all the time, personally, I think that they're very bright. Like some of the geniuses has had it, you know. So they're artistic, Rembrandt. I mean, all of them. So it's just a different way of thinking.
Right.
But it doesn't mean slow or whatever. They're highly intelligent.
Right.
So it's,
and you have to get into their world. Would you say that?
Yes.
Just being within the classroom.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So we have to, like, of course we all live in this world, right? But the way their brains think, we have to be able to get in their world.
And just take a pause for a second to be like, okay, I know what's going on with you. I know that I need to tone it back a little bit so that you can properly analyze what's going on here. I can't do it as quickly as I do with everyone else, but I know that you understand just as much as they do.
So how many what grade do you teach?
Second. I'm second this year.
How many kids do you have in your class?
I have 16 now. 16 kids in my class.
Do you have any autism?
No.
None.
But I do have students that have IEPs, so they kind of have learning disabilities. So it's kind of something like maybe dyslexia or something like that, where they need extra assistance in the classroom.
Do you have any in your class?
Just IEPs, just children with different IEPs, different learning disabilities that they may, any of them may have or anything. But being neurodiverse, so we have autism, which falls under that umbrella of neurodiversity, right? Because you have people who may have ADHD, they're neurodiverse, right? I mean, it's a lot of adults walking around who may have ADHD, Down syndrome, dyslexia. All of those just fall under the main umbrella umbrella of neurodiversity along with autism as well. So autism just falls under, autism spectrum disorder, but being neurodiverse, that's a whole nother thing as well.
Neurodiversity. So there's specific things that fall under that.
It's
So
different.
let's call them out. So it's autism,
You have
Down syndrome, dyslexia,
dyslexia, dyscalculia,
dysgraphia.
Yes.
It's like a lot. It's a lot of them.
ADHD.
ADHD, ADD.
ADHD. That's a real that's not a real diagnosis.
It is.
Oh, absolutely.
It is.
Really?
Hyperactive students that literally like you cannot get them to sit down. Like that is just not how their brain is wired. In order for them to learn, I do have a student that has that. He just won't. But I let him do what he want to do. You sit in the back, you stand up, you turn around, you spin around. As long as you can answer these questions, we're fine.
You asking too much now. But when I was in school, which was way young back down the day, it was no, all that, none of that. It wasn't. So it was like, he was just a bad kid or whatever, and they used to beat your butt or whatever. Now it's more of a, it's a good diagnosis. Don't get me wrong, but it does explain a lot of stuff that goes on with stuff that we didn't know about.
And I wonder, like, if educators, and I say this all the time when we talk about educators, police officers, hospital workers, any professional, I really feel like they need to be more aware with working with any children, adult on the spectrum, because after 18, they're considered adults. You know what I'm saying? Now on the spectrum, and if we could just bring more awareness with that for, like, with the police officers and just in the hospitals, grocery stores.
I just saw a show. I don't know the name of the show. It was a movie, what it was, but this white officer pulled this kid over. Well, not pulled. He was walking, and I think he had autism. And the person across the street knew him, and he was trying to tell the officer, but the kid kept doing stuff with hand gestures. He don't pull his gun out to shoot him, and the guy came across the street and kind of shielded him. Said, "No, don't do that. He has autism." And he didn't shoot him, but that just goes to show you the lack of knowledge.
Training on that.
And then on top of that, he was a black kid, so I'm like, oh my gosh, it's. Like I said, we need knowledge out here. This is what it's all about.
And let me say this: if any professionals within the city of Memphis, if y'all want to do some type of training, just maybe even podcasts or anything like that, to be able to be more aware when I have to deal with individuals that's on the spectrum or just under that diverse umbrella, let me know. Let us know. Okay, because we want to do our parts to advocate and bring more awareness as well. Because one of the biggest things that a mother with a child on the spectrum, what is going to happen to my baby once I'm no longer on this earth?
Yes.
Okay. And that's one of the, especially a nonverbal child, can't say anything. So,
But you say he wasn't always nonverbal.
No, he's always been. Starting off, he was saying mama, dada, and eat. He was eating his, oatmeal, eating eggs, crackers. Now he's with his safe foods. Like, we buy like 50 million boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch to keep at home, and French fries every day at the Wendy's or Checkers, because those are his safe foods. Now, you don't want to take the safe foods away from, a child, because that's what they eat, so, and they may have some texture issues, even us as adults, we may have texture issues.
Some textures may feel, some must taste, whatever.
I can't do what's the slimy stuff?
Okra.
I cannot do okra. I can't do grits. The consistency is just, I can't do that.
I know it's hard for you guys, especially being in the teachers for this. And again, I was saying, I think it should be some more. And I know y'all doing a great job of going to this stuff, but I think every teacher ought to have some kind of consistency of getting this knowledge of doing better when it comes to this. And I don't think every teacher is doing it. I'm not trying to knock about anything, but I don't think everyone is going out to try to get an extra, because this takes, like I said, as a parent, you know how hard it is. So as a teacher, you're dealing with so many different students. This is hard. This is nothing easy. So,
I agree.
Especially if you got 20 plus kids in the class, you got to give that one child that special care. Does that take away like the time? Like, if you got to spend 20 minutes on a child, you only got 20 minutes left in
Not really, but sometimes it might be a situation where you'll have that one child having a meltdown, and you have to keep them controlled. And some kids, like after a while, you have a classroom culture, so like your kids know, like, okay, let me not bother her. She's trying to help so and so, or let me do my work. You know, they'll sit quietly, but sometimes you do have those moments where it'll take 10 minutes, 15 minutes to just sit and reset. They call it reset the child. It's just part of it. Yeah.
How well do y'all think, or in y'all opinion, how well do y'all think men deal with kids with autism? Have y'all seen men deal with this as well?
You know what? And my husband and Khalil may be here as well, and his siblings. That would be good to hear from the siblings, like a sibling chat. You know what I'm saying? To see how they may, you know. And there go Cal right there.
That's him.
That's Cal. Oh, look, I just seen him. But here, I mean, my husband is, you know, he's father to a child on the spectrum. That's one of the things I do want to try to do is try to. We done did something for the mom, so guess what, fathers? Dads. Next. Grandpas. We're coming to y'all next.
And I actually think that men really need it because men don't deal well per se as with, you know. I think we need it.
I'm not even good with little girls, like because I end up treating them like a boy. Stop all that crying. But you know what I'm saying?
I'm different. I got 5 daughters.
He got 5 daughters.
They are wrong, but so as having girls, you have to soften up. So now my little especially granddad, I'm just a soft, big gentle.
Khalil, you want to say hi?
Come say hi, Khalil.
Look, he said he did this. He said hi. Come here, Khalil. Khalil, listen. He wanna, and he has that one little eyeball. They call it, they call it that third eye. When children with autism, like, look, that's a good thing you get that third eye. That means they got maybe some type of a connection with you. So
that pineal gland is working and it's off the chain. They observe everything. That's what the third eye is. Your pineal gland. That's where it's like an antenna in your brain.
Oh, okay.
And so you see, if you can really activate it, you see things can't nobody else see. So
man, see, brilliant babies. Okay, God's gift. My mom calls them God's angels. You know, innocent, sweet children and humans. You know, we have to protect them.
Right.
You know.
This is not on the subject, but you know, I just found a good show I watched. I don't know if you ladies watch it. What is it called? Albert Elementary.
Abbott.
Okay, I love it. It's about school teachers and stuff they deal with, but it's funny though.
I love it.
And I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I'm on the 3rd season now. I've been watching it. When I go home, I'm gonna watch some more.
The principal of truth, right?
Oh, she's hilarious.
Who put you on it?
I put myself on it. We don't have this conversation. We've never talked about this.
I know we ain't.
I was up Sunday night watching. I said, "Oh, watch this." That's all I'm watching. I've been vibing on it ever since.
Yeah.
The principal, she is hilarious.
She's so funny. Yeah.
Y'all probably like that though, is it?
No.
I really believe she's real. Yes, I am watching. It's a great show. Y'all need to check it out.
Absolutely.
It's good.
Well, I definitely appreciate Tara. I appreciate you inviting us out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks y'all for coming.
Definitely.
She's doing an awesome thing. Whatever it is that you have coming up, and you know how people can reach out to you, because I'm pretty sure people gonna be trying to reach out to you with some questions now. So tell them how they can find you.
As of now, I have just the Facebook page, Mindfulness Spectrum 901, and you can just follow me personally, like on my Facebook page, because I post on both actually, and that is Tara Taylor, TeraTaylor. You all can follow me there. I do so many events throughout the year. I think I will have the 2nd annual Bowling for Autism coming up, so that's family friendly. I want everybody to come on now. It looked like the brunch had a really good turnout, and the moms got a chance to turn up. Right? So
Dr. Figures come out and everything.
Yes. And Larry, his wife, Mikhail Larry, his wife was in here as well, so she came.
I missed it.
So it was just a time to bring all moms together. But follow me on social media, Mindfulness Spectrum 901 on Facebook, and stay tuned for more events that's coming up. Dads, y'all are next. I'm thinking about like a cookout or something.
That'd be fun.
That'd be awesome. Let us know. Definitely. Let us know.
I would love for y'all to hear from the fathers. Chris, you got to get on there from the fathers of the children on the spectrum, right?
Yep.
Look at my husband. I got you. My husband over there, y'all.
You see how we all be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Listen.
My social media has nothing to do with me. It has a little bit of teaching, but I'm a fashion influencer. So if you want to follow me, it's Fashion GVD on Instagram.
And you do like flyers and stuff.
I do
too,
fly.
like,
I do
yeah,
everything.
Put it out there.
Graphic
Like I said.
designer, influencer, teacher, all in one.
We promote everybody.
Yeah.
Put it out there.
I do have one more question.
Okay.
What does on the spectrum mean?
We just say on the spectrum because autism is a wide spectrum. My son's autism is not going to be the same to another child's autism. Yeah, someone else's autism. Like you may see the adult autism may be different from another adult autism. It's just it's such a wide spectrum, and all adults are not the same. So if you see one child with autism, that doesn't mean that the next child, will have autism. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, this has been another episode of Universal Thought Podcast. This will be on Facebook, YouTube, all social media platforms.
Subscribe.
So make sure y'all subscribe. Matter of fact, y'all subscribe now so y'all can get the notification.
Yeah, I got you. We sure will. I think I probably already did it already, but of course I don't have my cell phone right now. But I got
Universal Thought Podcast, y'all. We promote everybody.
And we'll see y'all on the next episode.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
See you. Peace.
Thank you.